한국에서 해야 됩니다. 큰 산업입니다. 축하합니다.
Medical Korea.
Medical Korea. Medical Korea.
네, 함께해 주신 여러분께 진심으로 감사 인사드리겠습니다.
For your participation in this event. My name is
문소리,
Munsori, the MC for the opening ceremony of Medical Korea 2024.
To the opening ceremony for Medical Korea 2024. And today's opening ceremony will be carried out in Korean, but we are offering the simultaneous interpretation services. Please use your service, channel 1 for Korean, 2 for English. Thank you very much for your cooperation. 오늘 정말 많은 분들께서 바쁘신 가운데
We have such a great turnout despite everyone's busy schedules. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude for joining us. As you know, this event is the culmination of many people who have been striving for the future growth and development of the medical services in Korea. Medical Korea 2024, thankfully, will be a venue to share insights and advanced information and will contribute to promoting the global standing of Korean medical and healthcare sector. This is the opening ceremony for the event, and in today's conference, we have various events including seminar, G2G meetings, business meeting, exhibitions, and tours. So I ask you to stay with us until the very end. It is a global event dedicated to global healthcare. It's an online live event that's being transmitted to participants around the world, and I would like to thank everyone for joining us once again. If you're joining us online, you can use the language of your preference for translation. Before I begin with the opening ceremony, I would like to take a moment to introduce our VIPs. As I introduced each and every one of them, please welcome them with a big round of applause. Let me start with Ms. Hae-jin Kim, Deputy Minister of Planning Coordination of the Ministry of Health and Welfare. President Sun Do-cha of KHIDI. And we also have Chinzorik Sotnam, the Minister of Health of Mongolia. From Paraguay, we have Dr. Maria Teresa Baran Wasilchuk, the Minister of Public Health and Social Welfare. From Turkmenistan, we have Dr. Azad Ovezov, Deputy Minister of Health and Medical Industry. We also have chiefs of foreign mission today. First of all, from Turkmenistan, we have Beganti Truziev, Ambassador of Turkmenistan to Korea. We also have ambassadors from Georgia, Paraguay, and Mongolia. I ask for your understanding, not being able to introduce everyone despite the time constraint. We also have the president of the Seoul National University Hospital and Korea International Medical Association, Mr. Kim Young-tae. We also have President Lee Jae-tae from the National Evidence-Based Healthcare Collaborating Agency. From China, we also have Vice President Hao Deming, from the Non-Government Medical Institutions Association. Welcome. We also have keynote speakers, Professor Jin-Young Lee from Stanford University. We also have another keynote speaker who is from Intuitive. Please welcome Senior Vice President Glenn Favoso. We have a lot of medical and healthcare professionals. Let's share a big welcoming applause for each and every one of them. Thank you once again for being here with us. And today we're going to hold this conference under the theme Connected Healthcare for All, a New Horizon Beyond Barriers. We're going to first watch a video introducing the event. Let's watch the video together.
Powered by Medical Korea, the Republic of Korea is rising as a global healthcare powerhouse. Starting with the declaration of Medical Korea as the country's national medical brand in 2009, Korea has hosted the Medical Korea Conference every year, bringing together renowned scholars and experts to share insight on global medical trends and advanced medical technologies. The world's highest survival rates for major cancers, opening the era of heavy ion therapy, a global center for robotic surgery, a global pioneer in organ transplants, Seoul ranks first in the world in the number of clinical trial registrations. The Republic of Korea is emerging as a global medical hub with outstanding medical technology and infrastructure. Breakthroughs in Korean medical technology and their impact around the world. To receive the world's best medical treatment, patients visit Korea from all over the world. Healthcare professionals from around the globe also flock to Korea to learn its advanced medical technologies. The brand value of Medical Korea is spreading worldwide, showcasing its excellence. To achieve a world without barriers, Medical Korea evolves with Korea's ever-advancing medical technologies. Medical Korea will continue to lead the paradigm in the global healthcare industry. Medical Korea stands at the forefront of creating a barrier-free world, striving to provide healthcare for all humanity. Medical Korea 2024.
함께 달려온 우리 모두에게 큰 박수 좀 부탁드리겠습니다.
A big hand for this impressive video. Thank you. So, it was a video that reminded us of the importance of global cooperation and the efforts of the organizers and the healthcare and medical professionals who are here that enabled the development of the Korean medical service sector. So it was a moment to remind of us of the great value of this sector. Now we'll move on to the opening remarks. Let me first introduce Sun-do Cha, President of KHIDI. Please welcome Dr. Cha with a round of applause.
여러분 안녕하십니까?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. I'm Sun-do Cha, President of the Korea Health Industry Development Institute, in short KHIDI. I'd like to welcome and thank everyone joining the opening ceremony of Medical Korea 2024, especially Ms. Hae-jin Kim, Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Health and Welfare, and Dr. Maria Teresa Baron Wasilchuk, Minister of Public Health and Social Welfare of Paraguay, Minister Chinjorik Sotnam from Health of Mongolia, Dr. Azat Ovezov, Deputy Minister of Health and Medical Industry in Turkmenistan, as well as Chief of Foreign Mission in Korea, and speakers from Korea, as well as overseas who've flown far from abroad, and recipients of the Medical Korea Award, as well as all participants who are here today. Korea has a climate with the 4 distinct seasons of spring, summer, fall, and winter. I'm especially pleased to welcome you here in spring, known as the Queen of All Seasons, at Medical Korea 2024 conference. It is a great pleasure of mine. Against the backdrop of digital transformation, the 14th Medical Korea Conference held in 2024 will span today and tomorrow, the 2 days, under the topic Connected Healthcare for All, a New Horizon Beyond Barriers, with 5 fora including the discussion on the present and future of digital therapeutics, and 4 seminars including the Global Seminar on Healthcare Strategy. Also with Paraguay, Mongolia, Turkmenistan, as well as many other countries, intergovernmental meetings will be held at the health ministry level that are expected to result in substantial and in-depth discussions that would lead to cooperation in the medical and healthcare sector. In addition, the US, UK, UAE, Australia, and in total 25 countries, there will be 70 overseas buyers joining business meetings, and overseas agencies, Korean medical organizations, and stakeholders will sign around 20 patient transfer agreements. A farmer sows seeds in the warm spring and reaps a bountiful harvest in the fall. As such, on the sunny spring day, we'll sow seeds here at Medical Korea 2024 for the future growth of the global healthcare industry. The seeds, in terms of achieving better health and treatment, as well as a happier life for everyone in the world, will bear fruits in the future without any doubt. We will continue to grow the Medical Korea Conference into a venue for exchanging knowledge and information for stakeholders in the global healthcare industry, and as the biggest healthcare festival in all of Asia, with great aspirations. In this regard, your interest and continued support will be greatly appreciated. Again, thank you for joining the conference, and I hope to see you again next year with a more productive, interesting, and diverse program. I wish for your health and success going forward, and thank you again for listening. Thank you very much. He has emphasized the importance of this conference as a venue for exchange of advanced technologies and information among healthcare and medical service professionals. Thank you, President Cha, for that remark. We will now move on to a welcoming remark. Before that, Minister Cho Kyu-hong was supposed to be here, but he had an important schedule to attend to. So we have Deputy Minister Hae-jin Kim. Please welcome the Deputy Minister with a warm round of applause. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Haejin Kim, Deputy Minister at the Ministry of Health and Welfare of Korea. It's my honor and pleasure to welcome all of you to the opening ceremony. And I would like to extend my welcome to Maria Teresa Baram, the Minister of Public Health and Social Welfare of Paraguay, Minister Shinzorik Sotnam, the Minister of Health of Mongolia, and Deputy Minister of Health and Medical Industry of Turkmenistan, Azad Ovezov, as well as Chief of Foreign Missions in Korea. My special thanks also goes to Mr. Shin Dong-gun, the Chairman of the Health and Welfare Committee of the National Assembly, Dr. Kim Young-tae, and I would like to thank President Cha for your opening remarks. The conference marks the 14th edition this year. The edition, with the theme of Connected Healthcare for All, A New Horizon Beyond Barriers, will be conducted over 2 days. Korea is a leading country in healthcare industry with accessibility to medical services and has excellent healthcare indicators among OECD countries, such as the third highest life expectancy rate in the world and low infant mortality rate. In 2009, we have started to attract foreign patients, and a total of more than 3.27 million patients from 249 countries have come to Korea, attesting to the recognized excellence of our medical services. 204 Korean medical institutions have entered 31 overseas markets as well. Distinguished guests, the government of Korea has recently announced the strategy for the promotion of services to foreign patients and the measures for promoting the export of healthcare services, and has been working eagerly toward these goals. For a goal of attracting 700,000 foreign patients by 2027, the government is working to facilitate simpler entry-departure procedures for foreign patients and to develop business packages for medical tourism in provincial regions. We'll improve the quality of medical services through enhanced evaluation and certification system to serve foreign patients and strengthen our competitiveness. We're also going to develop training programs to educate global healthcare professionals and establish an investment-friendly environment to build a system conducive to sustainable growth. We'll explore and support package projects that combine medical institutions, pharmaceuticals, medical equipment, and systems. Based on Korea's global competitiveness in medical fields, the government will spare no effort in attracting global patients and promoting the export of K-healthcare. Medical Korea 2024 will be a forum for discussing and sharing our thoughts and insights on Korea's capacity and direction of the biohealth industry. I hope we'll be able to share insight and vision for cooperation with Korea. Again, I would like to thank your participation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for attending Medical Korea 2024 conference. She delivered true meaning of Medical Korea 2024. Thank you very much for your profound speech. And now I would like to invite congratulatory remarks. First, I would like to invite Dong-gun Shin, the chairman of the Health and Welfare Committee. Due to his busy schedule, he delivered his video message. Please watch the video. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am Dong-gun Shin, the chairman of the Health and Welfare Committee in the Republic of Korea's National Assembly. I extend my heartfelt congratulations on the commencement of the 14th Medical Korea 2024. I want to express my deep gratitude to Minister Kyu-hong-cho from the Ministry of Health and Welfare and President Do Sun Cha of the Korea Health Industry Development Institute. I also want to thank the global healthcare experts who have participated in Medical Korea 2024. Thanks to their tireless dedication of healthcare professionals and industry workers during the COVID-19 pandemic, we were able to showcase our biohealthcare capabilities to the world. The theme of this year's conference is Connected Healthcare for All, a new horizon beyond barriers. It is a platform to prepare for the digital transformation of the healthcare market, involving AI and big data beyond the language and cultural barriers, as well as to discuss the necessity of the coexistence post-COVID-19. I hope this event will be a valuable opportunity for Korean healthcare to help people around the world lead better lives and build a better future. As the chairman of the Health and Welfare Committee, I will do my best to support the Korean medical biotechnology to become global leaders. Once again, I'd like to thank all the speakers and participants from home and abroad. Thank you. Thank you very much for delivering this congratulatory message. We also have distinguished guests from abroad. I'd like to invite congratulatory speech from one of them. We have Minister Maria Teresa Barancha Washington of Public Health and Social Welfare from Paraguay.
for her congratulatory speech. 큰 박수로 여러분 환영해 주시기 바랍니다.
Please welcome her with a big round of applause.
Estimados presentes, 안녕하세요. Buenos días.
참석자 여러분 안녕하십니까?
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Constituye un verdadero honor encontrarme hoy aquí con ustedes en esta nación que nos recibe con calor humano, con tierra ávida de conocimientos e innumerables oportunidades. Las relaciones de amistad entre Corea y Paraguay, iniciadas ya hace más de 60 años, se reflejan no solo en los lazos de hermandad que nos unen a nuestras naciones, sino que se manifiestan además en el apoyo al desarrollo del Paraguay y sus ciudadanos. El perfeccionamiento de las tecnologías de la información, transporte, salud y desarrollo comunitario en el ámbito de la administración pública ha sido posible gracias al trabajo colaborativo de ambas naciones.
Today, I'm very honored to be speaking to you here with you. Korea has a lot of knowledge and it offers a lot of opportunities. Korea and Paraguay, they have a really long history dating back to 60 years ago. Our brotherhood relationships have maintained, and Korea has contributed a lot to the development of our country and the people in this country. And Korea is excelling in technology and education, and also in the community development. Our two
La
countries
extensa tradición de
have been working
cooperación
together
y
very
entrenamiento,
closely.
a pesar de la distancia, a lo largo de estas 6 décadas de relaciones diplomáticas, han llevado a la concreción de múltiples cooperaciones y proyectos en nuestro país. Algunos de estos intercambios, facilitados a través de la Agencia de Cooperación Internacional Coreana, contribuyeron al desarrollo de ejes estratégicos prioritarios de la salud pública. Otros, como las becas de estudio y el envío de voluntarios profesionales a nuestro país, permitieron la obtención de nuevas capacidades que nos acercaron a un mundo de innovación y continuo crecimiento globalizado.
Our two countries are distant from each other, but more than 60 years we have maintained collaboration relationships. As a result, we have conducted many cooperation projects in Paraguay. This kind of collaboration and exchanges were possible thanks to the organizations involving in international collaboration. And these projects include the scholarships and public health promotion projects and the secondment of healthcare professionals. So we have engaged in many different types of collaboration projects. Thanks to that, we were able to grow together
Una
in the
muestra
global world.
tangible de este estrecho intercambio es el trabajo conjunto con la Agencia de Cooperación Internacional de Corea, COICA, el cual ha permitido el logro de grandes proyectos que aportan al desarrollo sostenible de nuestro país, enmarcados en el fortalecimiento de la atención primaria en salud y el sistema informático, así como el establecimiento de un sistema de cuidados sanitarios y sociales y la asistencia técnica para el desarrollo de políticas para adultos mayores en Paraguay.
In addition, we were able to show visible results through the collaboration. Paraguay and COICA's cooperation were conducive to successful projects, information systems, and primary health care. In these areas, we worked together, and those projects were conducive to coming up with policies for helping our seniors and people in general.
Lo que se ha resultado en el desarrollo de otros programas, como el Programa de Intercambio de Conocimientos, KSP, que transmite la propia experiencia de desarrollo de Corea y el conocimiento acumulado a lo largo de las últimas décadas, durante las cuales se ha logrado una transformación trascendental y la cual el Paraguay ha tomado como modelo a seguir.
Particularly, Korea has accumulated a lot of knowledge, and Korea has shared them with other countries. Through KSTP program, Korea has shared its long accumulated knowledge with other countries, and it has made a huge change and difference in the world. And Paraguay is taking Korea as a role model.
Y reflejado múltiples desafíos a nivel global. Nuestro país no ha sido la excepción, pero se ha destacado la valiosa cooperación de la hermana Corea, donde a través de la donación de insumos y equipamientos de bioseguridad se reafirmaron las fuerzas de lazos de amistad, alianza estratégica y cooperación entre nuestros pueblos.
특히나 코로나 팬데믹 동안에 전 세계적으로 도전 과제가 많이 있다라는 사실을 우리는 볼 수가 있었는데요. 우리나라도 여기서 제외되지는 않았습니다. 하지만 그 어려운 상황 가운데에서도 우리의 형제 국가인 대한민국은 다양한 방역 물품을 지원을 해주셔서 우리의 끈끈한 우호 관계를 다시 한번 확인을 해주었고 전략적인 파트너십 그리고 우리 양국 국민들 간의 협력 관계를 보여주었습니다.
Me complace aprovechar este distinguido espacio en el marco de la Conferencia Global de Salud y como parte del gabinete del señor presidente Santiago Peña para ratificar hoy, a través de esta visita, nuestro deseo de que la cercana y fructífera relación entre la República de Paraguay y la República de Corea siga fortaleciéndonos, estrechando los lazos de amistad y reconociendo el compromiso de continuar en la senda del trabajo conjunto en favor de la prosperidad, la estabilidad y el desarrollo de nuestras naciones.
In addition, at this Global Medical Korea Conference, I would like to say thank you to Korea again, particularly the President of Paraguay and the Office of the President in Paraguay would like to express thanks to Korea for making my visit possible. Paraguay-Korea's relations will further develop, that's my hope, and we will have a stronger relationship and deeper friendship. So for everyone's prosperity and stability and our mutual development, we should work together.
감사합니다. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much. For delivering us the significance of today's gathering. 네, 오늘 이 자리의 의미를 다시 한번 되새겨 주셨습니다. 함께해 주신 파라과이
Thank you
공중보건사
very
국제부
much,
마리아 테레사
Minister
바라과실축 장관님께
Barawashilchuk,
진심으로 감사드리겠습니다.
for your
그리고
profound
오늘 이 자리에는
speech.
네, 서울대학교 병원장이시자
Here
한국국제의료협회장을
at this
맡고
venue,
계시는
we
김용태
have
협회장님께서
Mr. Kim
함께하고
Yong-tae,
계시는데요.
Director of Seoul
축하
National
인사 말씀
University Hospital
전해드리겠습니다.
and
따뜻한
President of
박수로
Korea
맞아주시기
International
바랍니다.
Medical Association, or KIMA. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
네, 안녕하십니까.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Yong-tae Kim, the president of the Korea International Medical Association and director of the Seoul National University Hospital. First of all, I'd like to extend my heartfelt congratulations on the opening of Medical Korea 2024. I'd like to express my gratitude to Deputy Minister for Planning and Coordination of the Ministry of Health and Welfare, Hae-jin Kim, and President of Korea Health Industry Development Institute, Sun Do-cha, for organizing this meaningful event. I also thank Minister of Health and Welfare of Paraguay and the Minister from Mongolia and the Vice Minister from Turkmenistan and many distinguished excellencies, ambassadors to Korea. Thank you very much for gracing this event with your presence. Medical Korea 2024 marks the 14th year this year. I hope today's conference will be a great opportunity to exchange knowledge with healthcare experts from home and abroad and look into the future of the global healthcare industry. I also hope that this internationally recognized conference will provide an opportunity to share the latest trends in the global healthcare industry and provide a venue for exchanges among healthcare professionals from home and abroad. KIMA, or Korea International Medical Association, was established in 2010 as a corporation under the Ministry of Health and Welfare. It is the only private organization in the Korean healthcare industry consisting of major tertiary hospitals, general hospitals, clinics, and other medical institutions nationwide. KIMA is a leading private organization which actively takes the initiative in attracting foreign patients and promoting medical overseas expansion projects. So with a sense of responsibility and commitment, we engage in close communication with the government and medical institutions to expand the global healthcare industry and takes the lead in improving infrastructure and systems for foreign patients. In recognition of our contribution to legal and institutional improvements, we were honored with the Presidential Commendation for Global Health Care. This year's Medical Korea 2024 is themed on Connected Healthcare for All, a new horizon beyond barriers. And I hope it contributes to expanding the potential for healthy life. And we would like to contribute to that as an organization. Once again, congratulations on Medical Korea 2024, and I thank all your present here. Thank you.
고맙습니다. 헬스케어 산업 발전과
Thank
또
you
우리
very
의료
much
기술의
for
해외
that
진출을 위해서
remarks
항상 노력하고 계시는
and your effort for
한국국제의료협회장이신 김영태
Korean
협회장님께도
hospitals
진심으로
and businesses
감사드리겠습니다.
entry into overseas
이제 오늘 이
markets
자리를
and
빌려서
for
글로벌
its
헬스케어
growth.
산업 활성화를 통해서
Now we're
한국
going to take a
의료의 국가
moment
경쟁력
to
강화에 기여한 공을
award
큰
the people
단체와
and
개인을 발굴해
organizations who
포상하고
have
격려하는
contributed to
글로벌 헬스케어
strengthening
유공포상
Korea's national
시상식을 진행하겠습니다.
competitiveness by
유공포상은
promoting
대통령표창
the
한정,
development of the global
국무총리표창
healthcare
법정,
industry.
보건복지부 장관 표창
We have
16점,
one
총
presidential award,
21점에
4
대한
prime minister's
시상이
award,
되겠습니다. 유공포상
16 minister
시상식은
of
오늘
health
함께해
and
주신
welfare's award,
보건복지부
in
김희진
total 21.
기획조정실장님께서 함께해
The
주시겠습니다.
presenter would
먼저 무대로
be Deputy
모시겠습니다.
Minister
어서
Hae-jin
오십시오.
Kim.
그리고 가족 여러분들, 동료 여러분들 많이 함께하고 계실
And we
텐데요.
have
저희가
families
사진이나
and
꽃다발은
colleagues of the
추후에 문을
awardees. And
열어드리겠습니다.
please make sure
자,
to
그럼
take
지금부터 글로벌
pictures
헬스케어
and
유공포상
deliver
시상식을
bouquet of
진행하겠습니다.
flowers
먼저
after the
대통령표창
ceremony. Let
시상입니다.
us start with the
대통령표창
presidential
시상 기관은
award. The
분당
winner
서울대학교
is
병원입니다. 축하드립니다.
Seoul National University Hospital, Bundang.
오늘
Congratulations.
분당 서울대학교 병원 송정한
We
병원장님께서
have
함께하고
President
계십니다.
Jung Han-sung from the hospital.
표창장 분당 서울대학교 병원 위는 한국 의료 위상 제고를
The
통하여 국가
hospital
사회
has
발전에
contributed
공로가
greatly
크므로
to
이에
national
표창합니다.
and social
2024년
development by
3월
promoting
14일
the standing of
대통령
Korean medical
윤석열
services. President
축하드립니다.
Seok-yeol-yoon, March 14, 2024. Congratulations.
그리고 김희진 실장님께서 수치를
And
분당
Deputy
서울대학교
Minister
병원에
Kim
뒤에 함께 전수하고 계십니다. 잠시
is
기념
delivering the
촬영
award and the
안쪽
flag.
바라보시고 함께
Let's
해주시기
take
바랍니다.
a photo together.
헬스케어 분야에서 선도적인 역할을 하고 있는 분당
Thank you for your
서울대학교 병원의 모든
contribution
임직원 여러분께
to
여러분
the
따뜻한 축하
healthcare
박수
sector.
부탁드리겠습니다.
A warm round of applause for everyone working at the hospital.
고맙습니다. 네,
Thank you.
천천히 자리로
Now
모시겠습니다.
please return to your seat. Again, congratulations.
국무총리표창에 대한
Now moving on to the
시상하겠습니다.
Prime Minister's Award.
국무총리표창 수상자와 수상기관입니다. 예송 이비인후과 김형태 대표원장님,
Mr. Hyung-tae
경기도
Kim, head of
JK
Yesong
성형외과 의원,
ENT Hospital,
순천향대학교
경기도
부속
Province,
부천병원,
and
먼저 첫
JK
수상자부터
Plastic
함께
Surgery
앞쪽으로
Hospital
모시겠습니다. 예송
and
이비인후과 김형태
Suncheon
대표원장님
University
모시겠습니다.
Hospital. First of all, Mr. Kim Hyung-tae from Yesong ENT Clinic.
표창장 예송 이비인후과 김형태
This
대표원장
award goes to Dr. Kim for improving Korea's medical services standing and contributing to the social development of Korea. Prime Minister
축하드립니다.
Deok Soo-han on March 14th, 2024. Congratulations.
진심으로 축하드리겠습니다.
Congratulations on this award and thank you for your contribution to helping Korean institutions make inroads into overseas markets. That was the Prime Minister's Award for an individual.
고맙습니다.
Thank you.
이어서 경기도에 대한
The next Prime
시상하겠습니다.
Minister's Award goes to the province of Gyeonggi-do.
표창장 경기도 위는 한국 의료 위상 제고를 통하여
Gyeonggi-do
국가사회
province
발전에
has
가장 공로가
enhanced
크므로 이에
the standing
표창합니다.
of the Korean medical
2024년 3월
sector
14일
and has
국무총리
contributed to the national
한덕수
development.
축하드립니다.
Prime Minister Deok Soo-han, March 14, 2024.
그리고 우리 경기도의 실장님께서 수치를 함께
And we
전수해
have the
주셨습니다.
officer from Gyeonggi-do
앞으로도 헬스케어
province
분야에서 우리 경기도의 많은 의료
receiving the
보건인들이
award, and
해외를
I
향해 열심히 뛸 수
anticipate
있도록
further
지원해 주시기
efforts
바랍니다.
by
경기도의 모든
Gyeonggi-do
임직원 여러분들을
province
위해서
going
큰 박수
forward.
부탁드리겠습니다.
A big
축하드립니다.
hand for everyone at Gyeonggi-do province. Congratulations.
고맙습니다.
Thank you.
계속해서 JK 성형외과
And the
의원에
next
대한 시상하겠습니다. 어서
Awardee
오십시오.
would be JK Plastic Surgery
표창장
Clinic.
JK 성형외과 의원 위는 한국 의료 위상
JK
제고를
Plastic
통하여
Surgery
국가사회 발전에
Clinic
이바지한
has
공로가
enhanced
크므로
the
이에
standing of
표창합니다.
Korean medical sector
2024년 3월
and
14일
contributed to the
국무총리
national development of
한덕수
Korea. Prime Minister
축하드립니다.
Deok Soo-han, March 14th, 2024. Congratulations.
고맙습니다. 그리고
Thank you.
JK 성형외과의 수치를 김희진 실장님께서 함께
The
전수해 주셨습니다.
award has been
진심으로
presented
축하드리고요.
by Deputy Minister
네,
Kim.
세계 최고라
Congratulations
자부하는 우리
once again.
대한민국의 의료 기술을
Korea
세계적으로
boasts
또 널리 함께 알려주시기
its
바라겠습니다.
Prowess in the
축하드립니다.
medical sector, and thank you for your contribution in this
이어서
regard.
순천향대학교
And the
부속
next awardee
부천병원에 대한
is
시상하겠습니다. 어서
Suncheon
오십시오.
University Hospital, Bucheon.
표창장 순천향대학교 부속 부천병원 위는
This
한국 의료
award
위상
goes
제고를
to
통하여
Bucheon
국가사회 발전에
Suncheon
이바지한 공로가
University
크므로 이에 표창합니다.
Hospital for your
2024년 3월
contribution
14일
to social
국무총리
development by
한덕수
enhancing the
축하드립니다.
presence of Korean medical sector on the global stage. Congratulations once again.
진심으로 축하드리겠습니다.
Congratulations.
그리고 역시 순천향대학교 부속 부천병원의 수치가 함께 전달이
And
됐습니다.
the flag was presented to the Suncheon University Hospital, Bucheon. So I'd like to congratulate you on winning this award through various activities. Suncheon University Hospital, Bucheon was selected as the recipient for this award. Please remain on the stage, and would you, the other three recipients, would you please join the group for a photo opportunity? For the development of healthcare industry, these organizations and individuals have been striving, and in recognition for that, we presented awards. These are the recipients of the Prime Minister Commendation Awards.
고맙습니다.
Thank you very much. You may go back to your seats. Deputy Minister Kim, please remain on the stage. Now we will present the Minister of Health and Welfare's Commendation Awards. Young-tak Kim, Professor from Cha University. Yoo-seung Lee, CEO of Asia Dental Partner. In-ho Chun, Director of Asan Medical International. Jong Nam-gung, Deputy General Manager of Korea International Broadcasting Foundation. Ye-young Kim, Assistant Chief from Samsung Medical Center. Hae-ryung Son, Deputy Assistant Director of Gyeongbuk National University, Chulgok Hospital. Byung-il Kim, Vice President of KDOC. Young Jong-shin, CEO of MediRound. The first recipient is Professor Young-tak Kim from Cha University in recognition of your outstanding contribution to promoting the excellence of Korean healthcare to the world and for attracting foreign patients. This commendation is presented to you. Congratulations. Minister of Health and Welfare, Ki-hong-jo, presented this award. Throughout his life, he's been working as a specialist in OBGYN, and he's promoting excellence of Korean healthcare to the world. The next recipient is Yoo-seung from Asian Dental. Thank you very much and congratulations. We are going to have a photo opportunity briefly. Congratulations. So many businesses are working very hard for healthcare industry. Now, In-ho Chun, Director of Asan Medical International. The commendation certificate reads the same. Congratulations. Congratulations. Many hospitals are committed to promoting international healthcare. Mr. Jung Nam-gung, Deputy General Manager of the Korea International Broadcasting Foundation, is the next recipient. Commendation certificate is given to Mr. Nam. The certificate reads the same as before. Through broadcasting programs, he is contributing to promoting and spreading the excellence of Korean healthcare to the world. Next recipient is Ye-young Kim from Samsung Medical Center. Commendation award. The certificate reads the same. This award is given to Ye-young Kim from Samsung Medical Center. Please pose for a camera briefly. In healthcare and medical field, many people are contributing. Now, we'd like to invite Hae-ryung Son, staff from Gyeongbuk National University, Chulgok Hospital. Hae-ryung Son, staff from Gyeongbuk University Hospital, Chulgok Hospital. Thank you very much for traveling a long distance to be here. Next, Vice President of KDOC, Byung-il Kang. Commendation is given to him, and the commendation certificate reads the same. For the promotion of the healthcare industry, our business people are working very hard. Please root for them. Now, CEO of Shin Young-jong of MediRound is the next recipient. Commendation certificate is given to Mr. Young Jong-shin. The certificate reads the same. Congratulations. With the rapidly changing innovation technologies, they are contributing to the development of the healthcare industry. I would like to invite all the recipients to the stage for a group photo. These are the recipients of Minister of Health and Welfare's citation. In the medical field, in the business field, in the industry, and in the academia, these many people are working so hard to develop the Korean medical services and healthcare industry. Please give them a big round of applause. Thank you very much. You may take down from the stage
계속해서
and may go back
보건복지부 장관
to
표창
the
이어가겠습니다.
seat. Let me
호명 되신
continue.
분들께서는 무대 위로 올라와 주시기 바랍니다.
I would like to call the recipient's name.
모시겠습니다. 장관 표창에 빛나는 수상자 여러분들
These are the
모시겠습니다.
recipients. I would like to call their
K
names.
의료관광협회 서은희
President
협회장님,
of K Medical Tourism Association,
한국보건산업진흥원 정혜원 팀장님,
은희서
한국보건산업진흥원
정혜원
이지엽 팀장님,
from Kihedi,
자생한방병원 송민아
이지엽
팀장님,
from Kihedi,
가톨릭대학교
미나성
서성모병원
from
이지연
Chaseng Hospital of
국제진료센터장님,
Korean Medicine,
한국보건산업진흥원 유성현
이지연
연구원님,
from Seoul St. Mary's Hospital,
강은영 이사님, 통인한의원
승현유 from Kihedi, 은영강 from Korean Medicine Service Team Abroad, and Sungwan Lee, CEO of Tongin Korean Medicine Clinic. The first recipient is the president of Eunhee Seo. In recognition of your outstanding contribution to promoting the excellence of Korean healthcare to the world through the attraction of foreign patients and the overseas expansion of Korean medical services, this commendation is presented to you. Congratulations. Please pose for a camera. The stature of K Medicine is well known. Thank you very much for your contribution. Now, Haewon Jung, team leader from Kihedi. The commendation award is given to Ms. Jung Haewon, team leader of Korea Health Industry Development Institute. Congratulations. This organization is contributing and supporting many researchers. Now, I'd like to invite Mr. Jiup Lee, the Minister of Health and Welfare's commendation is given to Mr. Jiup Lee. The certificate reads the same. Healthcare professionals and experts are being supported by these people. Thank you very much. Now, Ms. Songmina, would you please come forward? The commendation award is given to the director of the Chaseng Korean Medicine Clinic. Congratulations. The Korean medicine clinics are also joining the efforts to promote Korean medicine. Now, I would like to invite Jiyeon Lee, Director of International Healthcare Center of Seoul St. Mary's Hospital. Commendation award is given to Jiyeon Lee, Director of International Healthcare. The certificate reads the same. Thank you very much. She showed a big smile. And also our Deputy Minister is encouraging and supporting them. Thank you very much. Now, researcher Songyeon Yu from Kihedi. The commendation award is given to researcher Sunghyun Yu. Congratulations. Thank you very much. The healthcare professionals and experts are being supported through his research. Now, may I invite Ms. Eun Young-kang, Director of Korean Medicine Service Team Abroad. Director Kang is given this commendation award. Congratulations. In many blind spots of healthcare services, these great people are helping medical services spread to those areas. Now, I would like to invite Sunghan Lee, CEO of Tongin Korean Medicine Clinic. He is actively promoting the Korean medicine to the world. May I invite all the recipients together at the center of the stage. These are the recipients of the Minister of Health and Welfare's citation. In the academia, industry, and business world, many people are doing their part to develop the healthcare industry. Thanks to them, our healthcare industry was able to develop. With a big round of applause, please congratulate them on winning this award. Thank you very much.
다시 한번 감사 인사드리겠습니다.
Once again,
그리고 실장님 단체 촬영을
I'd
위해서
like to thank
잠시만
you.
기다려주시면 감사드리겠습니다.
Deputy
오늘
Minister,
이렇게
would you
많은
please remain on the
분들께서 또
stage
수상을
for a
해주셨는데
group
진심으로
photo
축하드리면서
session?
이런 자리 마련해 주신 국민
Congratulations.
여러분들 모시고 잠시
So we will
기념
invite
촬영하겠습니다.
the distinguished
호명되신
guests for
분들께서는
a
무대 위로
commemorative
올라오시기
photo.
바랍니다. 한국보건산업진흥원 차순도
Let
원장님
me
무대로
call out the
잠시
names of the
어서
VIPs
오십시오.
to take the
그리고
photo.
몽골
President
보건부의
Cha and from
친조리
Mongolia,
손우동 장관님 함께
Minister
모시겠습니다.
Chinjori Sonodom,
그리고 파라과이 공중보건사회복지부의
from
마리아
Paraguay,
테레사 바란나와 실축 장관님,
Minister Maria Wasilchuk,
투르크메니스탄의
and from
보건의료산업부의
Turkmenistan,
아자트 오베조프 차관님, 주한
Vice
투르크메니스탄
Minister
대사관의 베겐치
Ovezok,
두르디예프 대사님,
and Ambassador
주한
Georgiev
조지아
from
대사관의
the Embassy of
타라시 파바스코아
Turkmenistan,
대사님,
and Ambassador Papavskoa
한국국제의료협회
from the
김명태
Embassy of
협회장님
Georgia
앞으로
to
모시겠습니다.
Korea, as well as
그리고
Mr.
한국보건의료연구원의
Hyung-tae Kim
이재태
from
원장님,
KIMA,
중국
and
비공립의료기관협회
Mr.
하오데밍
이재태
상무 부회장님,
and Vice President Hao
그리고
Jingming from
이진형
China,
스탠퍼드 대학교 교수님
and Professor
앞으로
Lee
모시겠고요.
Jin-hyung from Stanford University,
글렌 버보소
and from
부사장님,
Intuitive SVP
앞으로
Glenn
모시겠습니다.
Vavoso. Please come up the
Yes, please come
stage.
to the stage to join us to take a commemorative photograph. Thank you very much. 네, 앞으로도 한국 의료 산업 발전을 위해서
So let me take this moment to ask for your support and interest in the development of Korean medical sector.
So we'll take a photo. Please show us your big smile toward camera. 3, 2, 1. One more time. We'll take a photo. 3, 2, 1. 약간 좀 썰렁하기도 하죠. 축하하는 날인데 박수를
It's a bit
치면서
awkward. How
한번
about we
사진 찍을까요? We'll
clap?
take a photo as we applaud. Thank you. 고맙습니다.
Thank you.
Please stay with us for a while. We'll take a photo one more time. 한 번 더 사진 촬영하겠습니다. 저희 2열에 앉아 계신 우리 귀빈
We're going to
여러분들,
take
1열에
another
계신 분들
photo.
저희 무대로 모실까요?
And I would like to invite all the
우리
guests
응원의
sitting
손
on
안내해 주시면
rows 1
감사드리겠습니다.
and 2 in the
We'd like to
audience for
invite
the photo.
Our distinguished guests sitting at the first and second row. 네, 고맙습니다. 우리 1열에 앉아 계시는 귀빈 여러분들.
Thank you very much. The guests sitting on the first row in the audience, please join us for this photo.
네, 그리고 두 줄을 만들면 저희 위에 계시기 때문에 얼굴 잘 보일 수 있을 것 같습니다.
So I think we can make
It
2
would be very
rows for the
appreciated
photo.
if you just make it 2 lines. All your faces are visible. Thank you very much. Thank you. 네, 2열을 만들어 주시면 진심으로
Let's
감사드리겠습니다.
make 2 rows for the
많은
photo
분들께서
so
분명히
everyone
귀빈
can
여러분께서
fit in.
함께하고 계시는데요. 진심으로 감사드리겠습니다.
Thank you again for joining us
이제
at
거의
this very
준비가
important
되었습니다.
event.
네,
I think we're
사진
almost
촬영할게요.
ready.
We'll take a photo. 네, 작가님 혹시 더 좋은 사진을 위해서 말씀 주시면
So if you want any pose, we can make that pose
얼굴이 잘
for
보일 수
a
있도록
better future.
사이사이에
And
해서
please
주시면
make sure that
감사드리겠습니다.
your
되셨나요?
face will be
네, 사진
shown to the
찍겠습니다.
camera.
Now we'll take a photo. Yeah, show us your bright smile. Face the camera. 3, 2, 1. 그리고 한국식이긴 한데 화이팅 포즈를
And
함께 하면 어떠냐는
Do you know the
요청이
Korean
들어와서요.
fighting
네, 화이팅
pose?
포즈로 함께 외쳐주시기 바랍니다. This is Korean way. So just feast your arms. Yes, and also shout out all together. Fighting means way to go in Korea. So look at the camera. 3, 2, 1. Fighting! 여러분 큰 박수 한번 부탁드리겠습니다. 응원하는
A warm
의미로
round of
함께 해주십시오.
applause. Thank you.
고맙습니다. Thank you very much. We'd like to invite yourselves back. Thank you very much for your cooperation once again. 네, 자리로 천천히
Now
모시겠습니다.
please return
함께
to your
해주신 여러분께
seats
진심으로
and thank you
감사
again for joining us for
인사드리겠습니다.
this group photo.
메디컬 코리아 파이팅.
Medical Korea.
외쳐봤는데요.
Let's go for it. We chanted this cheering words. The Medical Korea Conference will continue from today and tomorrow. Please show your interest and support for this. And I would like to ask our online participants to continue to participate in this conference. Now we are going to have part 2. For part 2, we have invited experts to learn about the changing trends in healthcare industry. I believe it will be a great opportunity to learn about the prospects of the healthcare industry. Even after this opening ceremony, we have many programs inviting healthcare experts from home and abroad. So I hope you can take an opportunity to learn about lots of knowledge and insights by participating in those programs. In part 2, we have a beautiful performance to congratulate the opening of Medical Korea 2024. So you see a group of people here. They are the choir. The name is Voice of Life Choir. This choir is made up of a special group of people, bereaved family members of organ donors, transplant recipients, representatives from organizations that promote the organ donation, and those who pledge to donate their organs to share their lives. They prepared a song titled Song of Friendship for the success of Medical Korea. Please welcome them with a big round of applause. So truly, this choir has the bereaved family members of organ donors, transplant recipients, and representatives from organ donation organizations. They are going to make a beautiful harmony, I'm sure. So this is the one and only choir. Please welcome them with a big round of applause for their performance.
소리 높여 외쳐라 하늘이 떠나가게 손에 손을 맞잡고서 다 함께 노래 부르세 자 찬양 가득 채워서 촛불로 비드세 여기 다시 모인 정다운 나의 친구여 우정을 위하여 우리 다 함께 이 잔을 드세나 사랑을 위하여 우리 다 함께 이 잔을 드세나 미래를 위하여 우리 다 함께 이 잔을 드세나 운명의 다시는 우리로 슬러갑니다 소리 높여 외쳐라 하늘이 손을 맞잡고서 다 함께 노래 부르세 자 찬양 가득 채워서 주께를 높이 드세 여기 다시 모인 친구 정다운 나의 친구여 우정을 위하여 우리 다 함께 이 잔을 드세나 위하여 우리 다 함께 이 잔을 드세나 미래를 위하여 우리 다 함께 이 잔을 드세나 운명의 다시는 우리로 슬러가기라 소리 높여 외쳐라 하늘이 떠나가게 손에 손을 맞잡고서 다 함께 노래 부르세 자 찬양 가득 채워서 촛불을 높이 드세
다시 한번 큰 박수
Once again,
부탁드리겠습니다.
please give them a big round of applause.
그렇습니다. 말씀드린 대로 생명을 귀히 여기는
We need
많은
to
분들께서
value
모여오는
life,
합창단이라서
and
그 소리가 더욱
the choir
따뜻하고
members
아름답게
really
들린 게
value
아닌가라는
the life.
생각을
That's
해봅니다.
why their
생명의
song
소리 합창단의
resonates really
축하 공연으로
beautifully.
오늘
This
메디컬
was
코리아
a
2024
congratulatory
개막식
performance
2부
of
그
the
문을
Voice of
열어봤습니다.
Life.
이제
So
여러분 많이
we
기다리고 계실 텐데
open
기조 연설을 좀
the
청해
Medical
드릴까
Korea
합니다.
conference like
앞서
this.
개막식
Now we will
1부에서
invite
기조
keynote
연설을 준비해
speeches.
주신 두 분을 여러분께 소개해
So you
드렸는데요. 한 분
have
한
been
분
already
천천히 모셔서
introduced to our
기조
two
연설을
keynote
청해
speakers,
듣겠습니다.
and it's now time to
먼저
listen to
AI와 뇌
their
건강의
presentations.
미래, 뇌
The first
디지털 트윈
presentation will be
생성이라는
titled
주제로
AI and
강연을
the
좀
Future
청해
of
들어볼
Brain
텐데요.
Health,
최근에
creating a digital
AI
twin of
관련된
the
다양한
brain.
분야의 많은
Recently, in many
분들께서
different sectors,
여러
we
가지
have
기술
been
관련 이야기들을
observing
해주고
the
계십니다.
emergence
아마 이곳에
of
계시는 의료
AI.
보건님들께서도 관련해서
And I
궁금한
believe
점이 많지
healthcare and
않을까라는
medical
생각이 듭니다.
professionals are
첫
keenly
번째 이
interested
주제로
in this
함께 기조
topic.
연설 해주실
The
분은
presenter will
한국인
be
여성 최초 스탠퍼드 대학교
the
중심
first Korean
교수이자
woman to
뇌질환
get
진단기
tenure
엘비스의
in Stanford
창립자이신 스탠퍼드
University,
대학교
who is none other
신경학의
than
이진형
Professor
교수님이십니다.
Jin-hyung
여러분
Lee,
따뜻한 박수로 맞아주시기 바랍니다.
neurology in Stanford University. Please welcome her with a big round of applause.
Thank you very much for the introduction. It's a great pleasure and honor to be here today with you. Since translation is provided and most of you are Korean, I'll switch to Korean now. 안녕하십니까? 저는 이진형이라고 합니다. 오늘 제가 말씀드릴
Good
주제는
morning, I'm
AI와 뇌
Jin-hyung
건강의
Lee. Today
미래,
I'm going to talk
그리고
about
그런
AI and the
것들을
future of
이루기
brain
위해서
health,
뇌 디지털 트윈을 만들어가는
and
저희
creating
연구
a digital
과정과
twin of the
방법들에 대해서
brain to
말씀을 드리도록
enable
하겠습니다.
this. We'll be
저는 스탠퍼드
focused
대학의
on my
교수로 있고
research,
또
and I'm
저희
a
스탠퍼드
professor in
대학에서
Stanford
사업을
University,
지원하는 프로그램인
and we
스탠퍼드
have
바이오디자인
a
프로그램, 스타트업,
entrepreneurship
스펙트럼들을 통해서
program, and based on the
엘비스라는 회사를
StartX
창업했는데 그것에 대해서도
program, I
말씀을 드리도록
founded my
하겠습니다.
company Elvis, which I'm going to
저는
introduce today.
전자공학자로서 교육을 받고
I'm an electronic engineer.
서울에서 태어나서 자라서
I was
스탠퍼드
born
유학을
and grown
갔습니다.
in,
그래서 유학을 가서
raised in
전자공학을
Seoul, and I went abroad to study in Stanford University. And upon my time, when my doctorate was ending, my grandmother collapsed due to a brain disorder. So I decided to study this area because a brain is also a circuit. And now I became a brain researcher. Until now, my research has been supported by the NIH of the US, and basically we're focused on enabling the diagnosis and treatment of brain disorders. So BioX Institution and Neuroscience Institute are where my two labs are placed, and I used to be an electronic engineer studying neuroscience. So I'm working together at 4 different departments under Stanford University. So brain disorder has become a bigger problem than ever because there has been an exponential growth of brain disorders, and neurodegenerative diseases has been increasing exponentially, including dementia, as well as neurodevelopmental disorders, including autism. In the 70s, only 1 out of 10,000 were autistics, but 1 out of 36 are autistic nowadays. And infectious diseases, including COVID, when they become severe, become brain disorders. So brain disorders have become a very important social issue. And there are news articles covering possible solutions to brain disorder, but there has been none actually that has been successful. So we are under an urgent need to develop a treatment, not at the academic level, but also at a governmental and global level. So there has been a lot of investment by different countries. So I was one of the beneficiaries of these investments, but despite our efforts, there's no clear solution to date. For example, Big Pharma are investing in many different therapeutics, especially for dementia. So when there's dementia in your brain, there's aggregated protein. So Big Pharma has been striving to remove these aggregated protein, and drug development takes about 1 trillion won just for one drug, and there has been so many failures up to date. So the industry turned their eyes toward early stage interventions. So last year and the year before that, 1 drugs each were approved. But the drugs are not that efficacious, and there are many different negative side effects. So they are not solutions to stay. And after the failure with these drugs, the industry has been focusing on digital therapy, which I did not really understand what it was. So it's about using a device and using the feedback to treat disorders. But in fact, it's hard to expect to cure disorders such as dementia with digital therapy. So despite the massive investment, the success has been minimal. And we also have electroceuticals, where we pin electrodes on our head and brain for a Parkinson's disease patient to stop disorderly behavior. These types of approaches are actually used clinically and for Parkinson's and epilepsy. But the biggest problem with the approach is that we don't really know what to do and where we need to stick in these electrodes, and there can be effects or no effects. So it's unexpected. We don't know many things still. So we see many projects going to waste despite the massive investment. And one example would be the project and company founded by Elon Musk that you all know about. And clinically, many different technologies are being used clinically. But it's not about the electrode or chip, it's about how and where to use the chip. So as such, brain disorders are being approached with many different solutions that are mostly failing. I think there was a problem with the goal setting, the fundamental goal. Treating a brain disorder is not about just removing the aggregated protein, and putting in electrodes is a way, but it's just another means, not the goal. So I thought again about what the goal is, and the goal is normalizing the brain function. I believe that you would all agree. And to normalize the brain function, we need to be able to measure the function first. So when we try to control weight, you need to first measure how you weigh, how much you weigh. You would look in the mirror, and if you just look at how much your belly is protruding, you don't really know how much you weigh, and you cannot set a clear goal. So we live in the age of digital transformation, but this is the current state of brain function examination. We only use a survey. So when you are suspecting that you have dementia, the only thing to diagnose your dementia would be just writing and filling in the survey at the hospital. So it's hard to treat something when you don't really fully understand what the problem is. When we fall down and scratch your knees or elbows, you can treat that. But when you compare that to brain, we don't really know where we are hurt. So we need to be able to measure the brain function, and that was the most important goal that I set. So brain function measurement, in other words, is being able to build a digital twin of the brain, which implies that when we measure the function of the brain, we will be able to reproduce this with a digital twin, meaning that we will be able to understand how the brain works internally and whether a treatment will be efficacious or not. So we will be able to make a prediction. So I started this study 15 years ago. The basic approach was this. You see a mouse here, and I had this mouse genetically controlled to derive a certain behavior rotating toward only one direction, and I studied the algorithm behind this. So we used genetic approach and imaging technology, other medical technology as well, to directly understand and visualize the brain function in a four-dimensional way. And based on this technology, I was able to build the brain algorithm. There are many different neurocells on a nanometer level that's intermingled in the brain. Under the situation, there are many different cell types interacting with many different circuits, and we had no knowledge about the way of communication until then. Cell type specific communication had to be visualized, and I built that algorithm. And the algorithm that you just saw visualizes the communication method of different parts of the brain. So it was about visualizing the communication highway, based on which we were able to understand how a single cell communicates at the spiking level. So that led to the digital twin of the brain. And what happened then was, well, the first row and the third row, you see the measurements, and you put on electrodes in the brain, and you spend a lot of time and effort for months, and we derived this data, this measurement. But when you apply this to digital twin, we can get a simulation based on every minute. So we were able to see a congruence between the simulated function and the actual function. And we were able to understand how these data are formed. And we were able to also see when we apply digital therapeutics, the expected effect. So now we had the digital twin technology, and in the brain, there's the aggregated plaque that's a focus by Big Pharma. So we wanted to understand the correlation between the plaque and brain function, and that took about 6 years. So how plaques move and what relation they have with genes were fully modeled in our lab. So after getting this model, for example, the image on the left shows where activity increases and decreases in the brain. And on the right, you can see the image of aggregated protein, the change of it when there's such activity in the brain. So plaques decrease when activity increases, and reversely, which was very surprising. Based on the study results, we now had the full digital twin of the brain, and what the digital twin did was to replicate the brain function and how to understand how the brain function is formed, based on which we can design and predict new therapies. Until now, all processes to build a treatment for the brain disorder was based on assumptions. And you make an investment of 1 trillion won that leads to a failure. But now we were able to clearly understand the brain and design the therapeutics, just like we design and manufacture the electronic devices and the proteins and the relation with various variables and gene expression, pathology, dynamics, as well as correlation with drugs were understood. So based on all of this, I founded the company Elvis to be able to apply this technology to patients. Elvis is an acronym for Life Visualization of Brain Circuits. So we're about visualizing the brain circuits, enabling diagnosis and treatment. So Elvis's solution is called NeuroMatch. Status of the patient will be matched with the therapeutics. So the brain is no longer a black box. Now, you don't need to make a bet and invest 1 trillion won and fail. We have the digital twin now, and we also have the GPS for the brain that will help you navigate. Our slogan is See the Invisible. So just like what I've mentioned, brain disorders are increasing exponentially, but we have no solutions to that. So for a patient to meet a doctor for these brain disorders, it's very difficult. So in the US, the ratio of doctor to patient for general neurologist is 24,000 to 1. So you have to wait for more than 1 year to meet a neurologist. And the head of our department recently said in a meeting that we need to do everything and anything to improve throughput of our patient care. And the solution that we built to resolve these issues is NeuroMatch. So it has very high throughput to resolve these issues that visualizes the brain circuit. With the patient data, we can manage database and detect all different events using AI. And the brain circuit can be observed to provide the report and generate data needed by the physicians. So from data to result, end-to-end, everything is automated. So based on AI, we have automated all these manual processes with NeuroMatch. Physicians had to spend a lot of time with their eyes analyzing data, but AI now does all of this for them. And with this data, we can analyze the brain circuits and generate a 4-dimensional video. And today we're here to talk about going beyond the barriers. And the ratio of patients to doctor is very low. So to enhance accessibility, all of our solutions are web-based. So if the physician is in Seoul, the data of a patient living in a remote area can be analyzed, or also the data for patients in Paraguay and Turkmenistan can be used by and analyzed by doctors in Seoul. Until now, we were making assumptions and doing guesswork to administer a drug or conduct a surgery, but now we can optimize all of this process based on prediction and actually look into the brain and carry out the process predicting what kind of therapy is needed. So, until now, NeuroMatch has been building solutions for many different diseases. For example, for epilepsy in 2023, and for Alzheimer's, the solution has been completed, and we are awaiting the approval process. And for sleep disorders, we have the basic science. And for Parkinson's and autism, we now have an understanding on which circuits have the problem, and based on which we are building a solution. So just like you use various apps on your phone, apps on brain disorders will be able to be launched going forward based on our solution. I'm going to show you a video. It's a very simple video about NeuroMatch. As such, these are all captured images from the web. Database management system is fully integrated, so hospitals can't manage these databases very effectively these days. So some data are losses, but the data acquisition time, reporting period, And all data will be provided on a patient-oriented, a physician-oriented manner. And using AI, all important events will be detected. And if you click on probability, you will be able to see the information you want. And with this, if an important disorder is discovered, a video will be shown to display information about the patient's brain. Which problem exists where will be visualized. Until now, our work was based on imagination, which made it hard to actually carry out optimal care. But now everything's fully quantifiable, and we can come up with the optimal solution. So you can see the synchrony increasing and decreasing, the process of which is fully visualized, and the red line shows the time, and you can see the status of the brain network. Until now, such data were managed manually. The surgeon and patient relations were based on documents specifying guesswork. Now you can use screenshots, images to facilitate your communication with the physician, and physician can just click a button and generate a report automatically. That includes which event happened, which is almost impossible to be managed manually. And screenshots are automatically included. Elvis's neuromatch solution, well, we have the HQ in Palo Alto, and I'm a Korean, and we're collaborating with a lot of Korean physicians. So we do have an Elvis Korea Seoul office, and recently we opened the Daegu office. So we've been providing the solution for a long time, and just by looking at the data, we have already identified the candidate and we're under development process for therapeutics. So the benefit of the solution is to increase throughput among so many patients, which is very important. And with the rise of medical cost, automation will enable cost reduction and ultimately will be able to achieve a better outcome. The subject of the solution will be primarily healthcare providers, and going further, insurance companies and government agencies with whom we're working with. And when pharmas develop new devices or drugs, they can use our solution to visualize the brain to get an assumption for development and also predict the efficacy in a swift manner during clinical trial. Ultimately, individuals can use a simplified solution at home to understand your status every day, whether your memory is weaker today. So the entire medical system right now does not know how to deal with a brain disorder. There are so many patients and it's hard to derive a solution, but NeuroMatch is a systematic way to diagnose and predict that enables remote care. And there's a term care desert. There are inaccessible areas, but we'll be able to provide remote care here, and for patients and their families, necessary information can be accessed. They can see their data for the brain first-handed, and between the different levels of hospitals, patient data can be coordinated, and also between the surgeon and the nurses. Because of the large work burden, there can be a lot of redundancy of work, but because of coordination, redundancy will be removed. And most importantly, for invasive therapy, we'll be able to make a systematic decision. Administration, in terms of IT, the burden will be reduced with management, and thanks to the organized system, a cost reduction will be achieved. So this concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Under the title of the AI and brain health and creation of a digital twin for brain, thank you very much for your excellent lecture, Professor Lee. For the first time in Korea, for the first time in the world, this robot-assisted surgical system was developed. That is a Da Vinci system developed by Intuitive. Vice President of Intuitive, Mr. Glenn Barboso, will deliver a keynote speech.
안녕하세요. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests. It's my honor to be with you today. I want to thank the Ministry of Health and Welfare for the invitation, along with the Korea Health Industry Development Institute for their invitation. Very gracious of them. My name is Glenn Vivoso, and I'm with Intuitive Surgical. I've been with this organization for the past 18 years and have had the privilege to work extensively throughout Asia just these last 10 years, and specifically within Korea. And today I want to talk to you about the evolution of robotic surgery, and especially the Korea impact in this field, and then maybe give you a little bit of glimpse into the future. So let's talk robotics. I'll cover this evolution at a starting point even broader than robotic-assisted surgery, and talk about how robotics in general is all about enhancing the human experience. I'll then get into specifics of what Korea has done in this field over the nearly 2 decades. And then talk about the future, not as some distant point, but that it is right here in front of us. Throughout history, humans have been fascinated with robotics and really trying to understand how robotics could enhance the human experience, not replace it, but enhance it. Take our hero innovator as an example, Leonardo da Vinci, who's credited with the first designs of a modern robot.
World's first robot. It's Da Vinci's Dramaton, and it uses these wheels and these arrangements to make patterns, and you switch these wheels out and they do different things. This one, well, let's have a look. It's a horse.
So that is Dramaton. That is a device that could reproduce this picture of a horse using a mechanical arm. And what Leonardo da Vinci was trying to strive for was, how consistent can we be in this reproducibility? Well, of course, there were others that were experimenting with this. In the 1700s, Heisei Tanaka in Japan developed a really complex robot that could delicately pour tea, fire arrows, and even draw kanji characters, trying to explore the concept of task assistance. 1898, Nikola Tesla develops the first submersible system. and using radio waves to control this. This becomes the foundation for remote control vehicles. Then in 1950, George Duval creates the first autonomous industrial robot that could be inserted into an auto assembly line. And he was trying to address efficiency and build speed. Then in 1972, again in Japan, Ishiro Kato develops a human-like, intelligent robot called Wombat. And he was exploring this concept of autonomous decision-making.
Forgot my tools again.
Pretty cool, right? That's a great example of task assistance. And oh, how far we've come since those early drawings and designs by Leonardo da Vinci. This is a robot that was built by a company called Boston Dynamics, and this is 2022. And it's likely far from the end of where robotics will ultimately go. So robots have been about enhancing the human experience with the objective of addressing task assistance, consistency, control, efficiency, and decision-making. Well, in our world at Intuitive, the Da Vinci surgical system, the Da Vinci robot, was invented with a mission in mind that we could enhance the human experience, especially when it comes to open surgery. And as you can see, this is maximally invasive. And the thought at the time was that the technology could be brought together that could address this patient experience who has to face this type of procedure. Well, even over time, Da Vinci has shown that it has benefits even over standard laparoscopy. And while laparoscopy delivers a minimally invasive outcome, there were a number of limitations that came with laparoscopic surgery. The surgeons had to give up their three-dimensional vision as they're looking at a two-dimensional monitor. They had to forego the natural movement of their instruments and even their wrists as they're using straight instruments with no flexibility. So at Intuitive, we envision this future of care that is less invasive, profoundly better, where diseases are identified early and then treated quickly, so patients can get back to what matters most to them. So the Da Vinci system, the Da Vinci robot, was commercialized in 1999 for surgical use. It was the first time robotics was being introduced into the healthcare environment with the goal of increasing and expanding access for patients to more minimally invasive surgery. It was followed by the Da Vinci S, which came out in 2006. This is now a connected system. It was essentially the early Internet of Things. In 2009, Da Vinci SI is launched. This becomes a platform for developing key advanced instrumentation in the early beginnings of a digital product portfolio. And then in 2014, Da Vinci Xi is launched. And this becomes the benchmark for multi-port robotics with the most advanced computerized instruments and comprehensive digital portfolio in the world. As you can see here, the surgeon's three-dimension vision is restored. Her ability to move instruments in a natural way and use her wrists, not unlike in an open procedure, but delivering that minimally invasive outcome is what Da Vinci provides and is enhancing this human experience. And ultimately, it is providing more access to patients to minimally invasive care and allowing patients to get back to what matters most to them, which is their lives and their families. It's been a purposeful evolution, and we now have a breadth of platforms to treat patients in a minimally invasive fashion. There's 3 platforms, the da Vinci Xi, which is there to treat patients that have been diagnosed with cancer and other benign conditions. The single-port product, da Vinci SP, is now for narrow access surgery, and new to the product portfolio is Ion, which can sample and diagnose nodules in the periphery of the lung. So today, there are 9,100 intuitive systems installed in 79 countries around the world. And just last year, more than 2.2 million patients were treated with da Vinci. And this now brings the total cumulative patients who have been treated on da Vinci systems since the inception to over 14 million. With da Vinci as the catalyst, robotic surgery is becoming the preferred modality. And this is particularly true in the United States, where it's clearly greater than the open surgery modality and soon about to eclipse the laparoscopic modality in these particular procedures. And we think that trend will continue around the world. So in addition to world-class products, we're committed to reliability, training, and evidence generation. You know, when it comes to minimally invasive surgery, patients and surgeons have a high bar. They expect to be able to perform minimally invasive surgery anytime. So those 9,100 systems have an unrivaled uptime of 99.9%. And it's a connected system that can proactively monitor and prevent disruption from maintenance concerns to allow and ensure that that system is ready for the surgeon and the patient. When you introduce this kind of technology into a hospital department that historically hasn't had to integrate large, complex medical equipment, you need a robust training program for surgeons, for the care teams, and even for the administrators. Today, there are 76,000 surgeons that have been trained on da Vinci, alongside 13,000 care team members. And just last year, there were 3,300 workflow consulting engagements with healthcare administrators. For that surgeon, specifically, they go through a curriculum that is very comprehensive. At Intuitive, it's not about an event, it's not about a weekend training. We invest time and resources into developing learning technologies that really span the life cycle of that surgeon's career. You take those trained surgeons and academic institutions, and they look to generate clinical evidence. Today, perhaps one of the most studied medical device technologies in history is the da Vinci system. There are 38,000 publications related to our technologies. There are 1,000 custom hospital analytics engagements in 2023. And I think most notable about the clinical evidence that is coming forth, since 2010, there's been a 3-fold increase in the high-level evidence. That's randomized controlled trials, comparative studies, meta-analysis, and large real-world evidence studies. It really reflects the benefits that surgeons and patients and healthcare systems around the world are experiencing. There's one thing that is common across all healthcare systems in the world. They are all trying to address these 5 conditions. 1, how do we get better outcomes for our patients? Looking to reduce length of stay, consistency in outcomes, and reducing complications, surgical site infections. For the patient, how do we create a better experience where they can recover quickly, return to normal activities, and have less likelihood that that procedure will be converted to an undesirable modality? And then for the care teams, the surgeon and the nursing and the OR staffs, that we have ergonomics, well-trained, dedicated teams, efficient ORs, and analytics that can measure the performance of that service line. and of course, lowering the total cost to treat. And that is true in clinical costs, direct costs, but most importantly, it's the hidden costs of clinical variation that goes about. And I bring this back to the value of robotics, particularly in the area of consistency. And then, of course, every healthcare system is trying to figure out how do we provide more access to great quality care. At Intuitive, our mission is wholly aligned with this quintuple aim. Next, I want to talk to you about Korea's contributions in this field of robotic-assisted surgery. Over the years, Korea has consistently ramped their adoption at a rate of 25 to 30% each and every year. Just last year in 2023, there were 57,000 Koreans who were treated with Da Vinci for a broad spectrum of cancer diagnoses. Korea was the first country in the world that received regulatory approval for single port technology. And Korean surgeons who are masterful at standard laparoscopy are embracing this evolution in minimally invasive surgery. And once again, they lead the world in utilization and mastery. In the past decade, there are now nearly 1,000 Korean surgeons who are trained across these specialties. You take those surgeons who have been trained and you think about how do you then standardize this within a hospital environment? Hospitals also around the world do something very common with their robotic systems, their evolution of this technology and that adoption. Phase one is they adopt their first system, but they quickly move to operationalizing that in a robotic surgery program that's fully supported from administration through the surgical specialties. They then move to standardization, where they can maximize the procedures that can be performed with this modality. This chart to the right shows how Korean hospitals are moving to this standardization. This is just the growth in hospitals that now have 2 or more Da Vinci systems. Currently, there's 39 hospitals that have 2 or more, many of which who have 3 and 4 Da Vinci systems as they move to that standardization. Take the expertise that exists in Korea, well-trained surgeons, infrastructure of install base that is there. They have contributed in a leading way to the body of knowledge around robotic-assisted surgery. Rigorous studies, exploring revolutionary surgical approaches, and doing the work to generate the scientific evidence that clearly shows the positive patient outcomes. And it really does show. And for us at Intuitive, we've been humbled to be able to work with many in the healthcare system over this past decade. Finally, I'll talk about the future and how I think it really does start now. If you take a look at these capabilities, this is what hospitals and surgeons have today, or very soon will have, as a part of their integrated robotic surgery programs. And these represent the significant investments that Intuitive has made in the digital capabilities, all with the goal of how do we improve patient outcomes. And I'll start in the upper right. So we're broadening our imaging capabilities with 3D modeling and the integration of that into the system. We're using infrared technologies to enhance the visualization and ultimately enhance the surgeon's vision. We're now able to take data and put it right into the palm of the surgeon's hand so they can assess their performance immediately following their procedure. And then we employ end-to-end learning technologies to improve skill and performance. We have capabilities in surgical simulation, augmented and virtual reality for care teams and surgeons to practice and learn without having to travel. And that is all then supplemented by in-theater, on-demand telecollaboration with experts around the world. And then finally, We can deliver insights with predictive analytic reports that are delivered through AI, machine learning, and mobile applications. So think of it like this. You take that connected ecosystem, a fully connected ecosystem, and soon, for the first time in surgical history, you will be able to assess patient outcomes relative to surgeon and care team skill. You'll be able to take that insight, develop a customized training and education program that enhances the surgeon experience, that positively impacts surgeon or patient outcomes. This is the ultimate virtuous loop. And I think there will be few companies that will be able to deliver on the promise of improving patient outcomes in this manner. I'll leave you with this thought. So in the early days of Da Vinci surgery, it took 10 years to cumulatively impact 1 million patient lives. And I think if all of us stay focused on solutions that are around the quintuple aim and delivering on those solutions, and then leveraging technology to enhance that human experience, we'll have the opportunity in the next 10 years moving forward to impact 50 million patients. And what I'm most excited about is that we will get to do this together. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much for sharing with us your valuable and precious experiences and moments about the theme of the keynote speech. 고맙습니다. 유익한 정보들을 함께 나눠주셨는데요. 이렇게 먼 거리 마다 함께
Thank you for sharing excellent and useful insights. Mr. Glenn Bavoso, thank you very much for your insightful lecture. So we have had part 1 and part 2 as part of the opening ceremony. Once again, I would like to thank you for having stayed with us until this time. We have heated energy here, and we could also feel the passion and commitment from all the participants here. So for those participants for seminars and forums, which are scheduled to start at 2 p.m., we have prepared special events, so please participate in those forums and seminars. For those participants for the VIP luncheon, please follow our staff to the Rose Hall on the 5th floor of the Grand Intercontinental Parnas Hotel. So please move over to the 5th floor Rose Hall of Grand Intercontinental Parnas Hotel. Once again, thank you very much for being here with us for the opening ceremony. Until the end of Medical Korea 2024, please show your interest and support. Thank you very much.